talk nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
This is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous.
Rivers pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and long for Rivers. Going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Returnable here from the 38. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Seahawks, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
He was brought down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and short yardage. Rivers eluding the pressure right. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's good.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3-and-out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
By the Jets.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
A 3-yard.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
It's Logan. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. For Pete Carroll, we might recall that he was a member of the Jets organization for 5 years, 1990 through 94. Had the first 4 as defensive coordinator and then as head coach for one largely forgettable 6-10 season in 1994. But I'd say his stock has risen since. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. From the gun, Rivers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
8 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Carr now to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change them? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 58 for money. 58 for money. I'm coming. Check three. Kill.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Good. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Rivers now, the throw on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
4-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
And inches at the 43-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run it here with Logan. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The rookie Damon Arnett picks it.
Rivers' pass intercepted by the Jets. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Nick Boyle, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now for the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, Rivers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Rivers. That's caught by Penning, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Sammy Watkins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 13-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
A 28-yard.
That's good for 28 yards.
First down, New York.
Carr. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr flushed out right. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Carr now on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There defensively.
To throw again. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr being chased out left. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the carry, it's Logan. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And another juke. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
390. 36.
They run with Logan, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And goal at the Jets' 10-yard line.
Load it.
From the gun, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Penny will try to punch it in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mike Gesicki. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now it's Carson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
On the carry.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And 9 yards to go.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Operating from the gun. Carr. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Carr eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Logan. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run again with Logan. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. T.J. Logan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Carr to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. They set up the screen to Penny. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Shaquille Griffin. Carr's pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Today's final score, Seahawks.
Great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance.